Hello, everyone. This is Talk for Glory, episode 245. We are a couple hours removed off of one of the best women's tournaments in all of wrestling. We are 24 hours removed off of Friday Night SmackDown. We are, I don't know, 10, 15, 20. UK time is weird, but we are that many hours away from a crossover, a collab, call it what you will, but this show has a proper name. It is the Forbidden Door. And you guys already know the rules. Where there's a podcast, where there is wrestling, there is talk for glory. So, introductions are as a must. I'm Enigma V4, here to bring you AEW Forbidden Door Predictions 2025. So, before I even start off this predictions, I want to say that first, thank you to Smoove for notifying me that the show starts at 1 p.m. So I originally wanted to do predictions a couple hours before the show started, but UK time. So thank you, Smoove, for that heads up. And another thing for you guys that were hoping that Smoove would be here, some stuff came up, so hopefully he's here for the review. And in case you guys are wondering my thoughts on the Stardom 5-Star Grand Prix, yeah, you guys are going to hear that somewhere else. But we're here to talk about the Forbidden Door. And to start us off, we have the reunited. Wait a minute, that doesn't look right. There we go. We have the reunited, the one of the most famous tag teams out there. We have the returning Edge and Christian versus also returning. Call him what you want, Kill Switch, call him Luchasaurus, whatever you want, and his tag team partner, Kip Sabian. Unfortunately, Nick Wayne got injured, but that's okay. He knew the right people to call, and so he's unleashed a monster. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the interaction between Luchasaurus and Christian Cage. Is Christian going to say, I'm sorry? Is Killswitch going to tell him, hey, you took away my moment. I was the original TNT champion, and you held the title as if you were the champion. You did the same thing with the trios. Who knows? Maybe Luchasaurus has so much built-up animosity towards Christian Cage. He's not going to be able to hear anything. And then there's Kip Sabian, the stepchild of the patriarchy. First off, I want to say I love that I'm watching the patriarchy just crumble. No, not crumble, but I love seeing the patriarchy just turned on Christian. It was a long time coming. Sometimes you gotta go from being a boy to becoming a man, and Nick Wayne did exactly that. He is now the head of the household, the man of the house. That's what I want to call Nick Wayne now. Nick Wayne went from being the favorite son to the man of the house. But is this man ever going to be ready to face Christian Cage? I don't know. But what I do know is we're looking at a Hall of Fame tag team. We're looking at two veterans. We're looking at Edge and Christian. So this should be an easy breeze, easy W. Let's just collect our money, make these guys look good. But I got Edge and Christian winning this. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but fortunately, this is the only non-title match I will be talking about. So, next is for the TBS Championship. It is a four-way across multiple companies. We have Mercedes Moné, defending champion, versus Alex Windsor versus Persephone versus Bozilla. So we've got some CMLL, we've got some Stardom, and we have two AEWs. Honestly, we probably should have thrown in someone from ROH. I personally wanted Billy Starks in this. But I just want to say this because I'm going to be saying this for the New Japan representation as well. For people that complained about the lack thereof of Forbidden Door this year, this pay-per-view was in the middle of the G1. Not even in the middle. It is at the bare end of the G1 and the 5-star Grand Prix. I don't know what people wanted. Like, me personally, I say that it was dumb to still try to book, like, the Tanahashis and Gabe Kids, like, all these people. I wanted the junior heavyweights to start showing up in AEW. I wanted to see Hiromu. I wanted to see Despy. I wanted to see Kosei Fujita. I wanted to see those people. But, we all can't get what we want. Just like how maybe for some fans, they didn't get what they want in the tournaments. But that's okay because, again, Alex Windsor is amazing. Persephone, spirit of Lucha Libre, and I love to see it. Bozilla is a goddamn effing tank. And she represents Mi Vida Loca well. But none of them, unfortunately, are currently on the level of the CEO. So I'm going to have Mercedes, Sasha Banks, whatever we call her, retaining and still being, I don't know how many titles she has. Pretty sure like she's going to win a title before this thing even finishes. But where do I see everyone going after this? Alex Windsor, I hope she gets another shot, a fair one, a 1v1, if you will, against Mercedes. Persephone, I kind of wanted to stay in AEW just a little bit longer because I love seeing CML representation, whether it be in AEW or New Japan or Stardom. So who knows? Maybe somewhere down the line, Persephone, maybe she challenges for Strong, IWGP, maybe High Speed, maybe again TBS, or any championships that are currently viable in CMLL. In Bozilla, I don't think Bozilla is going to win, but I think Bozilla is going to get jumped. Everyone here has the common sense to realize, okay, there's a good chance that Bozilla can squash all of us. So the tactical thing to do would be let's eliminate her. Let's get rid of the biggest threat here, metaphorically and literally, and then the three of us can all beat each other up. And that's exactly how I see the Forbidden Door 4-way going, because that's what I've been calling it. But Mercedes Moné being the smartest, out of the three to again retain and be 10 times championships. I don't know how many she's got right now on her. But yeah, Mercedes Moné for the win. Next, we're going to talk about some AEW Tag Team Championships featuring sorry, I'm kind of just laughing because of how well this works. It's one of AEW's best makeshift tag teams in Brody King and ROH champion Bandito, hence known as Brodito, versus the Jet Setter, Kevin Knight, and I don't know what nicknames Mike Bailey has. I call him the Kung Fu Kid. Uh, Kevin Knight, Speedball Mike Bailey, Jet Speed. And they will be facing the AEW Tag Team Champions, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley. You guys know them. You guys love them. They may hurt you because, yes, they do hurt people. They are the Hurt Syndicate. And I just found out that it was a 3-way elimination. So, nobody's getting screwed here. Everyone's got to get pinned here. Well, I guess someone from each team has to get pinned. Does that put both Jet Speed and Brodito at an advantage? No, because like I've said, for every Hurt Syndicate title defense, what's should happen is Shelton Benjamin is the legal man. He beats shit out of pretty much everyone. Maybe for the first time, I genuinely believe that Shelton Benjamin should tag in Bobby Lashley just to handle Brody King, because that is not an easy man to conquer. That is not an easy man to go through. But everyone else, Kevin Knight, honestly, Kevin Knight, you're on the wrong team. Brother, put on a suit and join the business of hurting people. I'm going to ask again, guys, do you want to see Kevin Knight join the Hurt Syndicate? Because I know I sure as hell do. But yes, John Benjamin is going to handle Speedball. He's going to handle the Jet. He's going to handle Kevin Knight. He's going to handle Bandito. But when he gets to Brody King, he might have to tag in Bobby Lashley. And Bobby Lashley can only look at Brody King and think, this is above a warm-up. This is the fight that I think Bobby Lashley's been waiting for. But that doesn't change anything, because I still believe in my heart of hearts, my souls of souls, they still hurt people and they still become AEW tag team champions. Hell, what I want in this match is Shelton Benjamin to pin Bandito so Shelton Benjamin can challenge for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Because who says that hurting people and collecting goals stops at tag team? So I'll ask you guys this. Do you guys want to see Shelton Benjamin challenge for Ring of Honor Gold? Speaking of gold, next is for the AEW Unified Championship. God, that's a stupid name, but we're going to manage it. Defending champion Kazuchika Okada versus whose house? Swerve's house. Swerve Strickland. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this other than it's a match. It's a match that I'm pretty sure Okada's winning, especially if the rumors are true that Swerve and Ospreay are going to be taking some time off to heal up some injuries. Yeah, I don't know what was the point of having Okada versus Swerve. Personally, I was hoping for Okada versus Ishii or Okada versus Shibata, because that, well, not Shibata. Yeah, Ishii kind of counts as New Japan, so you could have done Ishii versus Okada at Forbidden Door, former Chaos stablemates. But yeah, this is kind of just a match to me. As for how this match, it's going to go excellent because Swerve and Okada are pretty damn good. I know there's one of these matches that I'm pretty sure Smoove wanted to talk about. So I am just really hoping that Smoove can join the review and he gives his thoughts, because I know he's wanted to talk about AEW for a while. So Time for Glory is never a solo mission. It's always going to be a tag team match, basically. Two people just bouncing off each other's ideas. But yeah, there's not much I can say about this match. Okada's gonna win. Who do I think should take the title off him? I actually think a returning Eddie Kingston should be the one to beat Kazuchika Okada for the Unified Championship. Now we're getting into some crossovers. It is for the TNT Championship. It is the Proto Star. It is Kyle Fletcher versus the ticking time bomb, Hiromu Takahashi. So yes, a junior heavyweight is challenging for the for a TNT championship. I don't mind this. Personally, I would have maybe had Shingo, but Hiromu is kind of slept on in his heavyweight versus junior heavyweight matches. I enjoy a lot of Hiromu's matches when he's facing a heavyweight, because it's a style that he doesn't really adapt to until maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Well, yeah, 5 to 8 minutes into the match, where he's just okay, bigger, stronger, faster. Time to maneuver, time to bop and weave. And Kyle Fletcher is jacked. I'm going to say that. Kyle Fletcher is a strong lad. So Hiromu Takahashi probably lifting him up for a time bomb isn't going to be easy. Maybe an avalanche time bomb might do it. But the ticking time bomb is still going to be no match for the Proto Star. And I know Smoove actually has been a Kyle Fletcher fan since last year's Continental Classics. So I know that Smoove would have probably been talking about Kyle Fletcher, and he probably gone into a deep dive about him. So who knows? Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Hiromu wins the TNT title and takes it back to Japan. But speaking about titles and going back to Japan and things like that, it is arguably going to be in the top 10 most technical matches for the IWGP Championship ever. It is defending champion representing TMDK, the frontman, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness. How Nigel McGuinness keeps getting these matches, I don't know. With also with Daniel Garcia ringside. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, Garcia's gonna turn heel on McGuinness. I don't need that. I just need Nigel to have his last 10 good matches and then stay at the commentary table because, Nigel McGuinness, it's 2025, man. It's a different world out here. There's different animals. You can't survive. Honestly, Nigel McGuinness has probably a good 100. Whoops. Nigel McGuinness has probably a good 100 submissions in his playbook, about a good 1,000 techniques in his arsenal. But Zack Sabre Jr. for every 100 holds and techniques that Nigel has, Zack has 10,000. Dare I say, maybe he has 1,000,000. Wow. Well, Nigel is going to be hitting those Boston Crabs and those sleepers and those Dragon sleepers and all those things. We got Zack that's going to be just turning, manipulating the joints. He's going to be turning Nigel McGuinness into, hell, he's going to turn him into a headset mic. Instead of a pretzel, Zack Sabre Jr. is going to fold Nigel McGuinness into a headset mic to remind him that this ring is no longer your world, but in fact, it is the commentary table. Now, get back to calling matches. And I know I'm kind of speed running through most of the matches. It's just that this kind of has had my focus because I hope it's great. I hope that Nigel and Zack is great, especially after coming off of a G1. It like at least there's not gonna be any ring rust, and I'm actually happy about that. It's not like Zack was sitting on his ass. No, this man was in a goddamn tournament. And let's say Nigel McGuinness wins. I know, strange world, strange possibility. If Nigel McGuinness wins, he has to face Konosuke Takeshita. And at that point, just give him the belt. Give Takeshita the IWGP title. But again, I don't see a possibility, a world where that is the outcome. So I got Zack Sabre Jr. winning. Next, for the AEW Women's World Championship, it is Timeless Toni Storm, the Top for Glory 2024 Women's Wrestler of the Year versus, and this is where I'm going to have to shout out another podcast, the 2023 BTBC Women's Wrestler of the Year, Athena. But you guys know I can do a way better intro than that. So, the Fallen Goddess, the Minion Overlord, the American Joshi, the forever Ring of Honor Women's Champion, Athena. And I'll say it now, the next AEW Women's Champion. Athena said it once, I'll say it here. You're on my time now, Tony, and my time is forever. And how right Will Athena be tomorrow? How right will Athena be tomorrow? I think she will be absolutely correct, because by the end of that night, when the clock strikes midnight, we'll have a fallen goddess, an American Joshi, a minion overlord, and a double champ, where the times, they are a changing, and the times are forever. All right, now time for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, featuring absolute cowboy shit, the main character of AEW, the hero, the cowboy, Hangman Adam Page, versus, he's a scumbag. Maybe he's the devil, but everybody knows that nobody is on the level of the devil. It is MJF. You know, you probably could have ran I don't know why I'm like so fixated on this. You probably could have ran Yota Tsuji versus Hangman, just saying. But that's okay. That's okay. Because honestly, I hope that the storyline between Hangman and MJF stretches out to at least like World's End, because I want to see them where it feels like it's not too soon and it's not too late. Because this just feels like we just kind of shotgunned this, especially with Athena and MJF both having similar to like Money in the Bank deals, where it's like, why would you notify the champion that you were going to cash in? Honestly, I'm glad that MJF found a way to keep his contract. Now this is just a, hey, you just so happen to give me a title match kind of deal. And honestly, I'm not all that mad about it. I'm not all that mad, because MJF is one slick bastard. And he'll always find a way to cut his corners, make his deals. But that is actually the same reason I believe that Hangman will retain. But because MJF still has his I don't know what they call it, but like his Money in the Bank thing, who's to say after one buckshot, 1, 2, 3, Hangman celebrating, MJF low blows, hits him with a chair, does the whole shebang. Who's to say that who's to say he doesn't do the whole shebang and then cashes in there? You know, I didn't succeed the first time, I'll just succeed this time, because you're down and defenseless. So I actually have Hangman Adam Page retaining, but then I also have MJF cashing in. Now time for the main event, guys. So thank you everyone that'll be listening to this. There's gonna be more to come. Remember, guys, to always do the one thing Top Floor always tells you guys to do, and that is to follow the socials. Smoove A1 is Smoove's Xbox Gamertag. So if you guys like the game, add us. If you guys want to follow myself on Instagram, follow. If you guys want to follow one of our Twitches, by all means. Remember, guys, also join the Talk for Glory Discord, because whether it's in Talk for Glory Discords, whether it's in another Discord, the discussions, they're fun, they're endless, they're judgment free, they're all these things, but they're also packed. Speaking of packed, time to hit you with the main event. So it is a lights out steel cage match, which means anything goes. No lawsuits, no firings, no fines. Everything's fair game. Where it is the aerial assassin, Will By God, Osprey. Human crash course dummy, Darby Allin. No knees, but I still got fighting spirit Tanahashi. And a reunited Golden Lovers and Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi versus John Moxley, the leader of the Death Riders, the corporate, the EV, Max and Jeremy. Wait. Damn, what the hell do I call them? I guess Matt and Nick, the Young Bucks. At least they're Talk for Glory's Tag Team of the Year last year. But yeah, no longer EVPs, so that's gonna take some time to think something new. Claudio, Castagnoli, or Cesaro, comment on who you guys want. And is he a war dog? Is he a death rider? Nobody effing knows. I don't know. Gabe Kidd. This match is gonna be hectic. One, it's in a steel cage. Two, you guys got Darby. You guys, actually, that's one thing I want to say. This match says a lot, with Darby being the most healthy guy here. But that won't be for long because he's going to try and injure himself anyways. But this match is going to be hectic. I personally think that the MVPs are going to be Claudio and Darby. But who would have thought we'd see Tanahashi, Will Ospreay, and the Golden Lovers all on the same team? Honestly, if there's one thing I could probably say I want in this match, it's I want a lot of blood. I want violence. I want that stuff to make people cringe, squirm, all that. I want people to look at this match and go, Tanahashi, you can retire now. You don't got to wait till Wrestle Kingdom. You're fine, man. You did good. Go ace. I want people to look at Will Ospreay. I want people to look at this match and look at Will Ospreay and go, you were a lot safer as a junior heavyweight, man. I don't know how much you can do. I want people to watch the Golden Lovers and see if the Golden Lovers will stay together after this physically, because Kenny's made out of glass and Kota Ibushi is being held by duct tape, Jesus, and whatever the hell Tanahashi be praying for. And Darby, no, for real. Like, I want to know, how the hell is Darby alive sometimes? But we got Moxley, probably one of the sickest bastards here. We got Matt and Nick Jackson, arguably one of the greatest tag teams. We got Claudio, one of the wrestling world's most underutilized talents out there. And then we have Gabe Kidd. He's just the crash out king. But with all these elements, all these collides, we do need a winner. But that's why I'm going to believe in the power of the Golden Lovers, in the power in Darby Allin, whatever the hell he's made out of, in the power of the Aerial Assassin, the Billy Goat, the Commonwealth Kingpin. I'm going to believe, for one last time, in London, I'm going to believe in Tanahashi. I'm going to believe in the ace. I'm going to believe in the president. I'm going to believe that he's going to high fly. He's going to spread his message worldwide. Never give up, never get tired, never get down. Go ace. What happens after? I don't know, honestly, because, one sec. There we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna believe in the baby faces because honestly, the Death Riders don't need any more wins. The Bucks can go on a decline of victories, and Gabe Kidd, small mini tangent. I need Gabe Kidd to lose the IWGP Global title because how dare you get injured and the first thing you come back to is a lights out steel cage match. Too tired to do the G1, too injured to do the G1, but not too injured to do a goddamn steel cage. The guy that said FWW and FAEW, Shinihon Ichiban, that guy is a fraud. I don't know who this guy is. But I have the faces winning this. So, guys, that was the AEW Forbidden Door predictions. Review might come same day, so be on the lookout for that. As for a review on a tournament I said I've got to do, that's coming Monday. But I'll be talking about it elsewhere. So notifications everywhere that you guys have seen myself, guest, things of that nature. And stay tuned because Top for Glory, myself, we're going places, we're doing stuff. But for right now, I hope you guys do the most important thing when it comes to Top for Glory, and that is to stay safe. Have a great day and or night. I hope you enjoy what you watch. I hope you enjoyed the G1, the 5-star. I hope you guys are going to enjoy Forbidden Door. Again, I forgot when's the show going to drop, but hope you guys enjoy Clash whenever that drops. But again, guys, I hope you guys stay safe. Have a great day and or night because time zones are weird, especially when you're not used to them. But above all else, guys, enjoy wrestling.